Show, don't tell, but sometimes tell. I'm Karen Beery with Right Now Editing, where we turn good manuscripts into great books.
And I'm Peg Thomas, multi-award winning author and editor, and we are two editors for 5 minutes. Set the timer.
Time. Oh, I disappeared the timer. There it goes. Okay.
When
You
did
know, you're. So,
disappear become a verb? Oh,
I know.
sorry. I
I know.
digress. Go ahead.
There's so many things we could talk about that are new phrases and
We sound
words
like a
that.
couple of word
Oh,
geeks.
yes. Bunch of editors sitting together talking about when to punctuate and when to capitalize. You all get excited about it. Digression. Um, Showing. We know you should do it. But you know what? Sometimes you need to tell. It's
Because if you showed absolutely everything, nobody would read your book. It would be 50,000 pages long and dull as dust.
there. I will never forget considering going to a writing event, and I didn't really know who the authors were, and so I started researching them. And I picked up a book by one of the authors, never finished it because it was 1,000 pages long. Um, I stopped at 150 pages and then eventually found out it was about Dracula, and I had no idea, so I'm glad I didn't read it. But I remember reading a book review, and it was another book, it was like 800 or 1,000 pages long. And someone said, if you want to know how to drive from Pensacola, Florida to San Diego, California, and know exactly which exit to take, which restaurants you're going to pass, and what the speed limits are, this is the book for you. But if you don't like those details, it was a very nice way of saying she was showing way too much.
Yeah, you can definitely overdo it.
And a lot of that is it's those small details. It's not
Yeah.
the big ones. Like when you're writing a romance novel and the hero and the heroine finally kiss, yeah, better show me the kiss. You better tell me their lips
Yes.
touched
Yes.
and the earth moved. I don't need the
But
rest of the details.
But if he makes coffee for her beforehand, you don't have to explain and show every step. He went and got the coffee out of the cupboard. He put the water. You don't need to do that. You just say, he made coffee.
And sometimes the first time you show something, so the first time a character comes onto the stage, you might describe exactly, what does the outfit look like? So for Peg, she might describe specifically what kind of boots is she in, what kind of bonnet is she wearing. The first time, absolutely. The next time we see her, you don't
You
have to
don't
show
need all
us.
that. No.
Yeah.
I was just
And
finishing up an edit on one where every time she mentioned this one guy, she mentioned his suspenders. It's like, I was sick of suspenders.
yeah.
Once was great, twice maybe, but after that, okay, I got it. He wears suspenders.
And it is important to know those details once. But there's a lot of things too that you just need to trust your reader to understand. So, Peg writing historical, there are some details that she's going to include that I'm not going to include in a contemporary. But that's
Not unless
one,
anyone's cooking over a hearth, no.
right. But that's one of the reasons too why historicals tend to be accepted as longer manuscripts.
Yes.
There's a lot of details. But you need to trust your reader to know that you don't have to explain that they turned on the computer tower, they turned on the monitor, they waited for the internet to connect, they opened the browser, just
So
say
what
they
do you
lost.
want to so then what do you want to keep the focus on, Karen?
If the point of the scene is checking email, she sat at her desk and opened her email. That's all I need to know. I need to know where she is, or she's on her couch and she opens taps on her phone to check her email. Show just enough to show me the details. Where is she? But get right to the important
The
action.
point. And the important part of that is she needs those emails
Yes.
for the story to move forward,
Yes.
right? And with historical, okay, maybe my character needs this horse. Okay, all right, that to get from point A to point B. I don't have to show him getting a halter, walking out to the barn, calling the animal in from the right. The important part is he's got to get the horse. So I can just say he went out and got the horse, right? I can shorten it down a lot there. But if the whole point of the horse is that he can't catch him, he needs this horse and the horse is running away from him, I'm going to draw that scene out. You're going to see the details. He's going to be trying to get it. He can't get. So it's how important. What's the important part? You want to emphasize and show the important part.
Okay, so our timer went off. We're gonna go a little long because there's one quick part I want to touch on.
Okay.
And we can't do it in 5 minutes, so we won't be able to drag it out. You hear often about passive voice that's telling, such as the wall was hit by the car. That's passive. Generally, you want to say the car hit the wall. However, when you want to emphasize the wall, when you want to emphasize the damage to the wall, start with the wall. So if you're talking about a historic home and you want to show the damage that's done to the historic home, you could say the antique front door was demolished by a truck because you want the emphasis is, and again, it's back to what is important to the story. What's important to the story is this home. So there will be occasions when you're going to write in the passive voice just for the sake of what's important to the story and what needs to be emphasized.
Show what's important. You can tell what isn't.
And on that note, we'll see you next week. Until then, I'm Karen Beery.
And I'm Peg Thomas. We'll see you next time.
Bye.